Hello students, welcome to the second video in how to design a magazine cover using Pixlr. This video will address how to add a title bar or masthead to your magazine cover. If you have not already placed your image into a document, into a vertical document, and put a border around it, if that's what you want, please stop this video, go back and watch the first video in the series. This is only going to focus on the title bar. I will record a third video on headlines and captions and just general layout of text. So again, the official name for what we're up to here is we are adding the masthead to a magazine. And typically the masthead is across the top of the magazine. Also, generally, the masthead is a different, more decorative font style, and it is usually the largest font on the page. Oftentimes, it kind of matches the image underneath. There are a few instances where the masthead is down the side, but typically they put it across the top because of the way that bookstores and shops and things like that display magazines. So I'm going to just show you how to place the masthead logo. Also, thing to note as we look at these two examples and as we look at the other, as we get into this, usually this is some sort of trademarked font. So you're going to have a hard time finding the exact copy. So when you're looking, so for example, I was going to recreate this Time magazine look. You do want to actually look for the specific Time magazine logo. You should have a bunch out there on the internet. So typically when you're looking, you can either find one that has a transparent border. That will make your life so much easier. This one also has a frame around it. But I'm going to use this one. And then I'm also, the other example would be Rolling Stone. But you want to always kind of just type Rolling Stone logo to get the best logo for your magazine. Of course, this is the Rolling Stone band logo, but this is the Rolling Stone magazine logo. So I will be using this for my Rolling Stone style. So again, if you don't want to copy and paste, or you can't copy and paste for some reason, you can save these images into your desktop so that you can find them easier, or you can copy and paste them directly into Pixlr. Time magazine logo transparent. Boom. And save. So when you're working on your design, if you find a logo that isn't transparent, that is okay. Just copy, right-click and copy, or alt-click and copy, and then edit, paste, or Control V. And here is your header, your masthead or title bar. Now I will resize it so that it is in the top third of the picture frame, and it kind of fills up most of the picture frame, and I'll just move it around. It will lock automatically into the center if you kind of slide back and forth. If you see that pink line in the middle, that's how you know it's perfectly centered. So it's not center, not center, not center, and then boom, it is now centered. And I will place it in there, but I'm going to move it up a little bit. Check. So this image was not transparent, so I do have to move or remove the white space by hand. To do this, I will use the cutout tool that we used when we were doing our collages. And I'll just make sure that I'm on the Rolling Stone logo. And I will use what's called Magic Mask. And I'll just take that Magic Mask, put feathering on like 3 or 4 so that it gives a little smoothness to the edge. And then just click that white space around the logo. And you can see that it already cut pretty much everything out. And then I'll just click a couple more times in these negative spaces. I think that's it. And voila, I have a logo. So let me get this ad out of here. Now the logo is on a separate layer, which is nice because I can move If I zoom out, I can move the logo around independently. If I want to move the picture around, I can do that independently of the logo. Other things, so typically if you were trying to, so if your template is transparent in the background, the steps are a little easier. So I'll take this Time Magazine logo and I will copy it and then edit, paste, and you can see that the transparency carried through into the picture, so that saves me that extra step of having to remove the background. But just to kind of do a couple little flares and things you can do to change the background color. So I kind of was hoping to do a white title bar, but the only picture I could find is red. So to change the color, I'm going to go up here to Adjustments and then Color Lookup. And now I can play with the different arrangements of color. But I think what I'll do now is I'll just try this one, and then I'll make this, I'll just kind of fill this up so that it's all white. So this side is white, and also this side is white. And turn the opacity up. So now it's all white, and hit apply. You can also use that tool, undo. You can use that tool to change the color to a different color. So say you didn't want to use white, so you go to Adjustments, Color Lookup, and I could make this, blue or red or purple or teal, or if I don't like any of those colors, I can just click this color box here and change it to whatever color I want. So I'm going to go with white. And then I'll make this side white as well. And then I do also, what happened there? Adjustments, Color Lookup, and okay, and hit apply. For some reason, it's like resizing when I do that, which is okay. But I think I'm just going to rescale it once that happens. The only other thing I can do now would be to just change it so it's a little transparent if I want to. So that is hidden out under the triple dots of that layer. And you can turn it down so it's a little ghosted. If you wanted to make it look like it was popping out from behind your forehead. So for example, in this Rolling Stone magazine one, if I wanted to make it look like my head was blocking the cover, I would use the X, the scissor tool, and just with a lasso mask and remove from mask, I can just kind of go around and just artificially cut where the two overlap. So I'm kind of just gonna snip, 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 snip. It's not perfect, but you see what it's doing. It's a little messed up right here, so I'll just click add that and add it back into my design so that it's nice and flush to and flush up against my hair. And so now it just looks kind of like my head is eclipsing the template, the title bar. So that is two different ways, some things you can do with placing your title bar in the top third of your picture. If you have any questions about this step, please email where you can set up time to meet. Otherwise, I hope you stick around and watch this third part of the series that will get into laying out the headlines, captions, and adjusting text to create emphasis and balance. Thank you, everybody, and have a great day.